Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for checking out this video here on Show Style and Spirit. I am Ebony, of course, and as you can see from the title of this video, we have to talk about Cardi B and Offset. I don't know what it is in the water, in the air, or in anybody's supplements that they may be taking. Like, the men are just going insane. It's like they are with the feminine energy, and the women, we have the masculine energy because they are just ridiculous. I'm sure you've watched on your favorite YouTubers pages how Offset is asking for spousal support. Well, according to Cardi B, allegedly he has coerced their oldest daughter, Culture, to say that, mommy isn't home. We are just seeing this time and time again between Ralph Pittman over on The Real Housewives of Atlanta and Martell Holt on Love and Marriage Huntsville. It does not stop. And they're all teaching each other how to be BANs, bitch ass ninjas. Now, before we get into it all, I ask that you please hit the like button on this video. Please subscribe to the channel. And everything that I'm saying in this video is alleged and just my opinion. And the Copyright Act of 1976 says that my fair use commentary on these Twitter Spaces clips are allowed. Now, shout out to the Jasmine brand. This is where this story is coming from. Cardi B, she is good for venting, and it's healthy for you. You have to get it off of your chest, whether you talk to a therapist, your best friend, your mom, or, social media. I know a lot of, especially in the Black community, because it's all about keeping things secret and hush hush, but that's also ruining our nervous systems, okay? You have to get stuff out, baby. And so that is what Cardi B does. She is great at that. And she was talking on Twitter Spaces about what Offset is taking her through. So we're going to go ahead and play these clips, and I'm going to read the caption and then come back with my commentary. I'm going to mute my mic so that you all do not get an echo. Please hit the like button. Thank you.
And your bitch be going over there. And I want you, and you know what's so crazy? I be wanting to go there and clap shit the fuck up, because at the end of the day, I'm paying for the bill and that shit, because you haven't paid shit for a whole year. But you know what? You harass me so much when I be with my nigga that I just want peace. I want peace. You want to be with your bitch in this house? All right, fine. Just please leave me alone. I just want niggas to leave me the fuck alone. I just want to be left alone. I want to be free. Baby, whatever the fuck you want, I'll give it to you. I just want to be free. I don't want to be called 40,000 times. Threatening me. And I've been trying to protect your image, but you asking me for spousal support, and it's like, wow, that's some real bitch nigga shit. Here in the Atlanta house, you're in the Atlanta house right now, and your bitch be going over there.
Okay, so now this is the first clip. It's on the reloop where she says, you're at the Atlanta house and I don't say anything. You bring your female over there, your bitch, and I don't say anything, although I'm paying all the bills. And he's asking for spousal support. Now, this is what I want to say now. This is why it's important not to date down just in the name of saying that you have a man or you have a companion. Because see, now that it's over, here he comes asking for spousal support. And Cardi was saying she wants peace. I'll give you anything you want. And I'm like, no, Cardi, don't say that, because now it's documented. I'm sure he has a copy. He can reference the Jasmine brand. Don't be saying you'll give him whatever, girl. No, he doesn't deserve whatever. But it's so important not to date down. And I think the more excuses that we make for the Black man, the more that they will never change. And don't get me wrong, there are some Black men that are on it. I know some University of Michigan graduates, graduate degrees, doing their thing. Some may disagree. I feel like that's not the majority of them. I feel like the majority of them, they know that they can half step it. even when it's their own life. They can half-step it, they can have all this unprotected sex, make all these babies that they cannot afford, and they don't care how it impacts the Black mother or the kid. They know that the Black mama is going to do whatever it takes for her to provide for her children, and they just go on to the next female. And I feel like even with some of the celebrity Black women, they have that same mindset when they date. And I've been told by older Black women, oh, the white man does this to the Black man and does that, and he has a hard way. Well, shit, what about us Black women? I have friends, they have more education than me. I have a bachelor's degree from Michigan State University. I have a couple of friends with their PhDs. They are doctors so-and-so, Black women, never been married, no children. They go to church, they work full time, they own their homes. And why aren't they married? They deserve it. But, these Black men, they almost seem resentful when you've worked hard to try your best to make a life for yourself. You may have student loan debt, but that's considered good debt because you tried to improve your life through an education, and they seem to resent the hard work ethic of the Black woman. Instead of lifting her up, I feel like we should be the main demographic who gets married. It should, we should be the main demographic to get married, because these men know that we will work hard and we make things stable and sustainable. But there's more. She's going to say more. I just wanted to talk about that, about not dating down. So let me mute my mic. I'm going to go to the next slide. Here we go.
You try to make it seem like because I'm a bad mom. Well, when you tell niggas that I'm a bad mom, make sure you tell niggas that Cardi B, Belcalis, Marlene's, and Manzar is paying $50,000 a fucking month for her kids, because you don't help me with nothing. Go tell the people when's the last time you seen your fucking kids. And you know what you did? You know what you did? You know what you fucking did? You coerced my daughter. You did a video and you keep threatening about this video. I don't give a fuck, nigga. I take a picture every single day. I tell y'all every single day where I be at work. You coerce my daughter to say on FaceTime, oh, I miss my mommy. She's never here. She this, and that. And every single day you threaten me with that video. Like if I be busting my ass for them motherfucking kids, nigga. The fuck? You're trying to make it seem like because I'm a bad mom. Well, when you tell niggas that I'm a bad mom, make sure you tell niggas that Cardi B, Belcalis, Marlene's, and Manzar is paying $50,000 a fucking month for her kids, because you don't help me with nothing.
And what's up with the men not always visiting their kids? I think the only, out of all of them, some of these BANs that we see on television, Ralph Pittman is in the basement of the marital home, so he's seeing the kids. Martell, he wants to make sure, because see, he would love to have full custody of the kids, so he's definitely making sure that he's getting them every other week. But if he knew there was absolutely no chance of him getting them, I'm sure there would be times where, he's like, I'm sick, and he can't get them or something. But this is pathetic. And, Offset, he doesn't just have the 3 kids with Cardi. He's got like a total of 6 kids. I remember when they did a spread for like Ebony or Essence magazine, everyone looked great. He has like 5 or 6 children. So he has like 3 outside of the marriage before he started a family with Cardi. But let's go ahead and move on to the next clip.
Fuck ass nigga. And you know I was gonna stay quiet, but you're not gonna be sitting here in the industry trying to say that I'm a fuck mom. Nigga, I'll bust my ass for these fucking kids. And you haven't helped me with shit for a year. You need help. You need to go to fucking, I don't know where you need that. You need some help. I've been giving you grace because I know you're not mentally well. I've been giving you some grace because I know you're not mentally well. But enough, motherfucker. Enough.
Okay, so I want to talk about, she was saying she bust her butt with the kids. She has them in the earlier clip. She said, when was the last time you saw your kids? You haven't seen them in a year. And she says she pays 50,000 a month caring for the kids. I'm guessing that's their education. Culture is definitely old enough to be in school. Education, daycare, perhaps paying for the babysitters, the milk, the diapers for the smaller ones, so it's adding up. And perhaps I'm hoping the 50K a month also includes mortgages, because Cardi does own some rental properties, unless she has sold them by now. I remember, like, I would say a good 5 years ago, she was saying how she had bought rental property. So I don't know if that includes mortgages or what. That's very expensive. But again, that's like the marrying and dating down, in my opinion. Now, she said that Offset is not mentally well. And of course, I just think of, was he like that when you were dating him? Did you know? How long have you known that he's been this way? Was it before you got married and you still chose to marry him and conceive children with him? Like, we have to not self betray. When you know you're entering a situation, an environment, a room of toxic people who are just going to disrespect you and then gaslight you when you try to speak up for yourself, do not self betray by entering those spaces when you already know what it is. You don't need a psychic to tell you who is going to try and trigger you or what they're going to say, because some people are so predictable and so lame. It's the same type of shit over and over. But if you knew that he was like that, why get married and then have the children with them? That's where you have to, like, self-review and admit, like, you didn't just get hit by the bus, you kind of walked out and stood right in its path. And then sometimes, I think about the mental health of the Black man, the urban Black man. If he grew up perhaps in poverty, or not all of his needs were met, or sometimes it was hard to get the needs to be met. And then you may have lost friends due to violence, unfortunately, very young, or you may have just seen very scary or violent things. And then he has lost a relative we knew to violence. I believe it happened at a bowling alley. What was the gentleman's name? I'm sure you all are going to say in the comments, but I'm going to do a quick Google search. Migos member who was unalived. Can't say the K word. Takeoff. That was in November 2022, so 2.5 years ago. Yep, it was at a bowling alley in Houston. He was just 28. So I'm saying all that to say, sometimes, a lot of times, I do think that some Black men, their mental health is very fragile, very vulnerable, because of these unfortunate, tragic, repetitive experiences that they have. They themselves may have been in violent situations. They could have been robbed or at pow point. Then there is, dealing with police brutality and being profiled. So they do have some experiences that are not normal, that's scary, that could be a matter of life and, DEATH. You know how YouTube is, can't say certain words, but I do take those into consideration, and it affects their mental health. And so I pose the question, what do we do about that? What can they do for themselves to deal with the daily routines that can be very traumatic to their mental health? And I feel like these are questions that we don't really talk in a healthy way. And if you try to bring up those questions, people, they'll just attack you on social media. So then it's hard to have empathy for them when you're trying to say, okay, well, let's talk about it and what can we come up with to help them. But I do feel, see, times like this, when I cover these stories, when I read about what's happening, I'm like, okay, I'm thankful that I am single and that I, don't have to deal with this, and no children by someone who you have to say isn't mentally well. And they don't come see the kids and you're paying for all of the expenses of the children. That is BS. And so that's when, you can find purpose in your single status. You can find purpose in your childless status, for sure. But what do you all think about what Cardi has to say? Now, the caption is pretty much a summary of what Cardi was saying. In a recent X Spaces session, the Grammy winning rapper and mom of three accused the Migos rapper of harassing her, especially when she's spending time with her rumored new beau, NFL star Stephon Diggs. She claimed Offset has been obsessively calling her 40,000 times and making threats. Cardi also accused Offset of spreading lies about her parenting. She claimed that he even went as far as recording a video of their eldest daughter, Culture, trying to paint her as an absent mother, allegedly coercing the child to say that she misses Cardi because she's never home. Fed up with the drama, Cardi says that she just wants peace. And she revealed that Offset wants spousal support, but she's been covering all of the child care costs, claiming she spends over $50,000 a month on their three kids with no help from Offset, whom she claims is mentally not well. So I just think this is unfortunate. And, I think that a lot of women do experience this. But what are your thoughts? Have you had a similar situation with an ex or a girlfriend or a sibling who's going through the same exact thing? I thank you all so much for checking out this video. Please hit the like button on this video and please subscribe to the channel. Happy Friday, everyone. We made it to the end of another work week. We have 2 off days to kind of have balance between getting stuff done and chilling out. I wanted to get a head start on making some content because there's a few other stories that I want to cover as well. I will do those late tonight after I get back. Now I have to hang out for a little bit. Okay, I got to get out of the house. So I will talk with you all soon. Be safe. Bye.